Copper has two isotopes. Copper 63 has an average atomic mass of 62.929601 AMU, while copper 65 has a mass of 64.927794 AMU. We are given the naturally occurring abundance of copper 63, and we want the average atomic mass. Remember, the average atomic mass is a weighted average. So our weighted average better be closer to 63 than 65, because more than half of all copper is copper 63. So it shouldn't be 64. It should be closer to 63 than 65. Okay, we know that. Why are those numbers big decimals? Remember, even though they're isotopes and they have a whole number of protons and neutrons, these numbers here are measured relative to carbon-12 being 12 exactly, so they don't have to have an integer number of atomic mass units. Our mass number is 63. Our atomic mass for that isotope is 62.929601. Remember, the weighted average, how we do this is we take our percent abundance, 0.6915, that's the abundance of copper 63, and I'm going to multiply that by the mass of copper 63, which is 62.92, so on. I'll write that down. And keep your units in here. And now you might say, hey, you didn't give me the abundance of copper 65. Well, I know that I only have two elements here, so the total has to be 100%. So I know that 100 minus 69.15% is 30.85%. So that's the abundance of copper 65. And I'll multiply by its mass, which is 64.927794, and that's given in the problem. And now I've got the abundance of copper 63 times the mass of copper 63, and the abundance of copper 65, which I figured out, times the mass of copper 65. And when I sum those, I'll get the weighted average, and it better be closer to 63 than 65, or else I have done wrong. So it's really just a matter of keeping care to punch the buttons correctly, which is what I'm doing right now, and not making some silly mistake, which I am prone to do, but hopefully you are less so. Okay, so when I sum these, I get 63.5460 atomic mass, and I wasn't terribly careful with sig figs on this, so but really there should be 4 in each, so really we're talking probably, there we go, 63.55, which is the mass on the periodic table. Okay.